to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that run, that's where we're from. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. 'Cause now you're the talk of the town, yeah. Now you're the talk of the town, yeah. Now you're the talk of the town. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. 'Cause now you're the talk of the town. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Easy now, no need to go down. Just walking gently and you're breaking a bone. Cool and deeply, you have a style of your own.
I'm driving, I'll quickly go over this. So I did say I would do a video. Someone asked for a video about cost of competing. So today I'm going to go a little bit into that. So I'll start breaking it down now just while I'm driving, because off the top of the head I know. So we'll total it after. So you can pay for a coach, and it does range, keeping in mind that experience sometimes with a coach does cause prices, and also their clients that they've had previously in terms of transformation, competing, etc., and their success with those clients can kind of dictate the cost that you pay for your coach. That's not helpful, is it? There we go. Can kind of dictate the cost that you pay for your coach. So keep that in mind. So I think a fair assumption for cost of coach, especially now, you're probably looking at least $200. I'm sure if you knew someone, you could probably get it as low as $150 per month. However, let's go with the average of $200 to $300 for a coach per month. So that's just for your coach, and that includes usually either meal plan or macro counting, depending on what your needs are or what your comfort levels are and your coach's comfort levels. Then you also have your workout plan. Those should be included when you're paying for your coach, in my opinion. Also weekly check-ins. You should be doing weekly check-ins, and you should be able to get responses from your coaches within a day, especially if you're competing. I feel like that's super important. Whether it's by text or it's by an app that they have, like a fitness app, you should be able to get a text pretty much back within a day or so, depending on situations. Obviously stuff arises and sometimes there are exceptions to the rule, but that's what you're paying for. So let's go 200 to 3. I think that's a safe bet for coaching. Gym memberships. You will obviously either have a home gym, whether you've invested in that or not. We won't include the cost of investing in a gym because that price just varies way too much. But let's say you pay for a gym membership. Now, monthly gym memberships can go as low as, I think right now the lowest gym membership might be like a Fit for Less, and you're probably looking at least, I think it's $10.99 bi-weekly. So let's just say $25 when you include tax. So $25 and probably up to $100 depending on which gym membership you're paying for. I only pay personally $39 for my gym membership, and I go to Athletic Culture, and I got the the discounted rate for prior to them opening. So anywhere between $25 I say would be safe to $100. Let's sit in the middle, and we'll calculate mine at $40 when I go to do the calculations. We'll just round it up because it's like 39 and change. Let's go $40. Grocery wise, your grocery bill does go up because you are eating a lot more protein, and every bit of protein, like especially chicken, it's usually leaner meats that you're eating, extra lean ground beef or chicken or fish like haddock, cod, stuff like that, tuna. That cost also goes up because that is expensive quality meats, leaner and less fatty. Probably we grocery shop weekly because me and Kyle go through so much food, and we're probably looking at, I think our chicken alone is at least $75, I would say, a week. $75 for that, and then like we top up, so I would say almost $150 per week. But that's also for me and Kyle. Keep that in mind. He eats a lot more than I do, and with his coach, he's eating a lot of protein. He's I think he's double my weight. So if you look at that, even pound for pound for protein, he's eating a significant amount more than I am. So we do go through about a pack of chicken. We order our chicken 5 kilograms, I think, of chicken a week, and we go through that because that's our main choice of lean meats that we eat. It's just easy to air fry, it's cut up, and so it's simple. It keeps the thought process out of it. So let's say $150 per week. If I was on my own, grocery wise, maybe $75. So I'll calculate it just for me. Let's say $75. So we'll go with that when we calculate it. So that's your coach, that's your gym membership, and that is your meals. From that, jewelry. This varies so greatly. It honestly depends on where you get your jewelry from. Now, you can get it from Amazon. I have heard that people get it from Amazon. Personally, I chose to get it from KH Customs, where I got my suit made, because I wanted to make sure, one, I had Krista's opinion on it, especially because she knows the vision of what my suit's gonna look like. So I just trusted her in terms of to show me what's going to match with the crystal coloring and the crystal coloring on the suit. So she advised me I got 2 bracelets and earrings, and usually that is kind of your minimum. Like, you can get rings and stuff too. So for me right now, I have 2 bracelets and I have earrings. That costs $60. So you can go cheaper route, which there's nothing wrong with. There are areas that you can save money, and that, honestly, that would be an area that I would cut if I was really worried about budgeting for it. I would cut from most likely my jewelry. And you could probably cut that down to $20. But for me, I spent $60, so that's what I'm going to calculate it at, $60. Now, the suit that I got from Krista, so I've had 2 suits made by Krista. I bought them during 2 sales. So I got 20%, I think, off both my suits when I got my suits made. And they're extensive suits. Like, they're one of the top tier in terms of like design, like crystal design and patterns. And even connectors, I did splurge. I mean, I was fortunate enough, Kyle actually paid for my second suit, so I'm not going to calculate it like that because that's not really realistic. I mean, not everybody's going to have their suit paid for, but suits also vary in cost greatly too. Now, the key I find with picking a suit is honestly work with the designer who's going to design your suits, because they know best. When you go in, your hair color, your eye color, your skin tone, even your body composition affects the connectors you're going to pick, the bottom shape you're going to have, the cup shape that you're going to have. And working with the designer to help you decide on those things, you are investing in the suit you are going to wear it multiple times. So invest in it. I think KH Customs had some as low as around $350, I want to say. And they do have less crystals, but also you can do a beautiful suit for $300. And there's nothing wrong with that. I personally, Kyle paid for mine, spare no expense. He paid with the 20% off. I think we paid $670-ish, give or take a little. So we'll calculate that at $670. But like I said, you can get one and through KH Customs for about $3, especially the pre-made suits, because the pre-made suits are already designed. You can go in and she'll help you kind of figure out with body composition if the pre-made suit will actually work for you. And I know a lot of people talked about the blues for new competitors, especially the darker blues, looks really good. It is, and you do a basic crystal design, you can't go wrong with it. I don't honestly think of a hair color, unless you're going to do a clashing color that you dyed your hair funky colors, and maybe it won't work with that color. But that is a very basic color suit that always looks good. And if you actually watch the top Olympians and Arnold competitors and everything, purples and blues are what's winning right now, so you can't go wrong with that as your suit color. And you can ask Krista as well, or whoever you go with. There's so many different designers. You can order them offline if you know how to take your measurements, which if you guys want a video on how to take your measurements, I can show you that as well, with your glute measurement and your waist measurement, just to get an idea. You can order offline, or you can buy a used suit as well. So pre-made suits to save, or during their sales, they're 20% off. A lot of their sponsored athletes actually have discount codes as well, and I'm sure their discount codes range between 10 and 20% off your suits regardless, especially the custom made suits. So look for deals. You want to find savings without compromising the quality of your suit. So just keep that in mind. Look at reviews. Make sure you work with the designer, pick a color that works. If you want to save color, honestly, like I said, a darker blue, if you look at the stage and look at people with similar hair colors to you, that is a great way to decide on your suit color. And even your connectors, like I said, your connectors, depending on your body composition, makes a difference. So don't be fooled by the fact of just picking a random one. Look into your connectors, invest in your suit. That is one area I personally don't compromise, is my suit. So my suit, $670. We'll take that in when we're calculating it at the end. Heels, I get mine from, oh goodness, it'll come back to me. Shoe Fairy. I get mine from the Shoe Fairy, and I actually have a discount code. Sorry, I get distracted. Goldfish. But yeah, so if you do Shoe Fairy, you can get a range of pricing for Shoe Fairy. I do have a discount code for Shoe Fairy. I believe it's Vanessa Rosanna. My links are in my Instagram, and I'll also link it into this video in the comments. That way, if you guys decide you want a pair of shoes, you can use that, and you can get a wide variety of pricing for shoes. I personally spent $100, and I think with the conversion it would have sat around $120. And I did get a discount. So let's say $100 for shoes on average that you're going to spend, and I spent around that too. Use discount codes, take advantage of sales, but the Shoe Fairy, by far, you want comfortable shoes. I personally bought the Olympian as my second pair of heels. The cushion is incredible. There's so many different variations. You can get them with crystals, without crystals. You can get them with straps or just a single strap. So look into that, see what you're thinking. I have 2 pairs of shoes just in case one breaks, but you can use discount codes and that and sales to save on your shoes as well. So I went to the Shoe Fairy, let's say $100 for shoes. So your suit, your shoes, your jewelry accounted for. An area for me this time for prep that I am saving money is going to be on my tan, my hair, and my makeup. So I'm going to buy my own makeup. I am fortunate enough that Brie is going to do it for me. So I'm probably going to spend about $100 on makeup for show. Now that saves you $200 for getting your hair and makeup done by whatever vendor is at the show. You can pay, but you are probably spending $200. For myself, because I'm not going to spend that, I'm going to say it's $100 for makeup. My hair, it's free. What can I say? I know how to do my hair. I'll either straighten it or curl it. I'll decide that day depending on what looks good with my suit, with my hair, my makeup, and I'll kind of play with it. So just $100 for makeup just to purchase the products. Tan, about $100-ish. I think it's $150 is what I calculated it at to purchase the Pro Tan, because that is another area I would like to save money. I'm going to be competing in 4 shows this year, and a lot of the top competitors actually use Pro Tan as well. And I'm going to test it as well, because that's also another area that's part of your stage presence. So don't get me wrong. You want to make sure it works and the color works for you. You don't want to have any surprises on show day. And this is something that you're going to want to at least see how it looks on you before you compete. So I would say Pro Tan for me is about $150. So we'll calculate that at $150 for Pro Tan. And that will do multiple shows. So yes, cost up front, it is about the same. I think it's $200 for a tan if you go to a show, $180, $200, something around that. So up front, it is very close to the cost of a tan. However, that's also going to do me for 4 shows or more. I don't know if it's going to do me for more. I'll have to see the size. It'll probably do me for more. And Kyle's going to apply that to me the night before and the day of. It comes with a glaze, a mitt, the top coat, the base coat, and yeah, we'll just test it out a few weeks before. So let's calculate that at $150 by the time you put in shipping costs and everything. Again, there are discount codes. They have sponsored athletes. Use the discount codes. You need to save money where you can. Competing is not cheap. So that is $150. So that is your tan, your hair, your makeup, your suit, your jewelry. That is your whole stage look taken care of. That is your prep to get to that stage. Now, a lot of people think that prepping is just what you look like on show. Like, yeah, you worked really hard. Let's remember, stage presence is vital. If I have a better body composition and physique and I come in drier and leaner than someone else, but my posing and that is crap and I can't present it properly, I'm not going to win a show. That's just plain and simple. So the last place you want to budget on is going to be your posing. I highly recommend, I can't stress this enough, and even me, like, I have so much work to do on my posing. Hire a coach to do posing. Now, there are so many options on hiring your coach. Most of them do them online. Now, you can do in person. I personally have done online. I've done Phoebe Hagen for posing, and she has the Posing Portal now. So that is a subscription for Posing Portal. That is one way that you can kind of invest in your posing, and subscriptions vary. I think it's €9.99 for the base membership, and it goes up. I personally don't have that one. So I'm paying for, I love Phoebe, by the way, too. I do highly recommend using her as your posing coach. She's incredible, super friendly, easy to get along with, and her critiques, they do help. You will not feel nervous at all. She makes you feel really comfortable. Very approachable. So I do recommend that. I just personally didn't want the subscription right now. It is something I will invest in. I just didn't want it right now. So I have hired also Jazzy this time, and I've paid for a half-hour session so far, and that was $90, which converted to, I think, $110 for a half-hour session. from Canadian to American dollars. So 110 for 1.5 hour session. And I will be putting in probably at least 4 15-minute sessions on top of that. So I'll have to look at the exact pricing and I'll calculate it, because I'm going to do like a page that shows all the costs that I've listed for you guys, and I'll total it at the bottom. But do not skimp on your posing. That is part of your overall package on stage. A lot of people think that's an area you can, and it is not an area that you can cheap out on. You need to invest in your posing, or there's no point in doing it at all. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. I think that's most of the stuff for competing. So I'm going to calculate that. It's probably very expensive, and honestly, I don't think about it too much usually, but I did today. And when I look at the breakdown, I'm probably going to be a little bit upset with myself about how much I spend, but I'm going to calculate that for you guys, and I'll put it on the next page. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the workout video before this. I'm going to get a massage today. I mean, that's kind of another area. I guess I can include that. I'll include like a couple massages in there too for body recovery. My body has been hurting. I kind of injured my shoulder. I think I slept on it funny. So for recovery, massage, 100%. Again, invest in yourself, whether you do like sauna therapy, you roll out your muscle, do something. Make sure that recovery is a huge part of your prep as well. If your body's not recovering properly, if you're tired, if you're not getting enough water, if you're not getting enough nutrients, etc., it impacts your body. So 105 is with taxes for a massage, and I'm going to calculate probably about 4 massages in there. I'm sure people get more than 4 massages throughout an entire prep, but I'll calculate that in there too. So yeah, I'm going to get a massage, and that's kind of where my day is going to end. I'm going to relax the rest of the day. I did my gym, which you just watched, and I did an hour of stairs after as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything else in the videos, if you have any questions about the stuff that I talked about, if you want any links to some of the stuff that I talked about, I'm not sponsored. I'm an affiliate with Shoe Fairy. That's how you get the 10% discount code. Again, I'll link that for you, but I'm not sponsored by anybody either. Oh, goldfish again, forgot. Your supplements have to be included in that too. I spend so much money on supplements. I'm fortunate enough that I at least get a little bit of a discount with my supplements. Again, not sponsored, just very fortunate. So my supplements, protein tub is probably with my, I'll do mine, or I'll do the discounted. I probably spend 60. So your protein, your multivitamins, your probiotic, gut health is important. Invest in a probiotic, greens, digestive enzymes, potentially if you need it. I don't have those, but if you're having trouble digesting, that's something you'll invest in too. Omegas. I have iron. I find that my iron's really low. So I do take an iron pill as well. I take a lot of supplements. So I will calculate that in as well. It'll be in the screenshot too. But that is a huge investment when competing as well. And I think that is it. So I'm going to conclude the video here, guys. And then just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see, and I will film them. I will also put a 8-week out video up, hopefully this weekend or Monday, early next week. Take care, guys. Okay, guys, so here's the breakdown. This is Coach Gym Grocery Supplements, $6.90. That was the total there for that one. Moving into the next portion, those were reoccurring values, by the way. This is Suit Tan Makeup, about $980. You can cut costs with my suggestions as well. And then your nails as well included, $30 to $80. Posing lessons, something that you do not want to cut on. It is an investment and you can always improve. $110 per session, and that is probably average. Moving forward, show fee and Canadian Physique Alliance fee is $145 membership, plus you need to register per class. So there's that as well. Moving forward, recovery, so important. $105 per session, multiple sessions.